Welcome GRD132W1 Typography 1 for Spring 2023. This is your MyWarren course tour, and I'm looking at announcements right now, and I hope that you read them, and I hope that you also click on the little link to read more, because sometimes there's more information than you can see here when you first look at it. So make sure you read these. A couple things to point out: finding your way through e-learning. You probably don't even have to look at it because I'm doing that right now. Technology needs. This will explain what you may need. We're going to use Figma as our software, which is a web-based software, in order to work with typography, in order to examine typography, and I'll explain more with that as we go throughout the semester. And this is the before semester kind of announcement that I put in here. I will put another announcement in that'll indicate what's going on for Unit 1, Week 1. There won't be a whole lot of things going on in Week 1. We try to ease into things, especially with online, until I get emails from everybody and I know that everybody is able to get emails from me and I find out about everybody. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. So we don't do a whole lot the first week, but we will do some introductory exercises and kind of surveys and things like that the first week. So make sure you always check your announcements. I'll try to email announcements and post announcements. And remember that our semester goes from Wednesday to Tuesday. So each unit will start on a Wednesday, just like it will on Wednesday, January 18th. And then the unit will end on Tuesday the 24th, and a new unit will start on the 25th. And it'll work that way all throughout the semester. And course information, let's see what's here. There's a picture of me, and it says something about office hours. Now, I teach all online courses this semester in spring of 23. I think I'll be on campus occasionally on Tuesdays. So if you need to meet with me, Tuesday's probably a good day to do it. Not that I couldn't do it on other days, but I'll give you times when I'll be available. But I'm available all the time, so email me anytime you need help. And we could always set something up, whether it's in the evening or whenever, to do it on Zoom or go to meeting. Or if there's some time during the day that you need to meet with me for whatever reason, Tuesday's a good day. Sometimes Thursday will be a good day, but let me know about that. So that's course information. Syllabus. I finally have a new syllabus posted here. It's a PDF, so when you click on it, it'll open in a new tab. You could read it, you could print it out. Check that out. Also, there's information about activating Cengage. Now, you may have Cengage for other courses. In this course, we only have an ebook, which means we don't use MindTap or anything like that. And last time we used this, they said to just search the ISBN number, which is down here. Now, this time around, they gave me a course key. I'm not sure what's going to work, so I'll find out more about that. But either way, here's a course key. Here's an ISBN number if you need to search it. And we'll just do some reading out of there. So we're going to have tons of other resources to use in addition to this. And also I'll make some videos and lectures from the book itself so that you're not on your own just reading things as we go through it. So just be aware of that. And I'll give you more information about that. So don't stress out about that or if something's not working yet, because I always get information. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's not up to date. Sometimes we have to change some things. So right now I have two different things going on, so I'll find out what works for that. But check in your Cengage account, see if you have access to that, either by checking the ISBN or using this course key. This is the right course key they gave me. So anyway, moving on, the discussion board. We will use the discussion board because it is an online class. For the first week, you'll just do a student introduction. And I do this in all the courses. You can put a pic if you want of yourself. When you go into student introductions, you're going to add post and put something in. And I have some instructions here of what you could put in. And you could also put a little pic of yourself, a little headshot. If you need information on how to make a headshot or how to insert it, go to my Homa WCCC YouTube channel and look for the CSE 103 course for this semester for spring 2023. I have a video of doing that in Photo P if you need to. Otherwise, don't worry about it if you don't like putting your picture in, but it's nice to know who people are. So if you know how to just insert your picture, you could do that, but I do have a video on cropping it and resizing it and doing all that in the CSE 103 course. That's also one of the playlists in the Homa WCCC YouTube channel, which we'll use for this course as well. And by the way, here it is. Here's the playlist for that. Now, it does have older videos in here because we used Gravit in the past, and we're going to use Figma this semester. So anything that has Gravit, I'm going to have to re-record. So I'm a little behind in as far as doing that, so I'll have to re-record some videos, but I did put in an instructor welcome. I'm recording the course tour right now, and that's about all I'll have by the first day, but I'll have some other things throughout the week, so you'll have some exercises to work on in Unit 1, just introductory kind of stuff. Now, getting back to here, remember to do your discussions every week. It counts as attendance. You also get 10 points, sometimes more, for doing these. Especially in typography, I'll have some more kind of exercises that are embedded into them, that you may do some critiques and things like that. So I have that in here, so please do them. Don't ignore them because they add up. It's like 150 points over the course of the semester, so that's more than a lot of quizzes and tests and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you do that. It's easy points. I don't have a lot of requirements for your discussion, so just do it so you get the points. Documents and resources. Let's see what we have here. Usually I have tons of resources in here. This is the required stuff here. There's a lot of online resources in addition to the book that we have through Cengage. So a lot of good stuff in here. There'll be a lot of reading. There may be some videos to look at. I'll have lectures to look at on YouTube, all kinds of things, but a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff to learn in here about fonts. We'll also work with Google Fonts since we'll work with Figma. They have access to the whole Google font library in there, so that way we could all be consistent when we do design projects or whether we examine fonts. We're going to do that, but we'll also look at other fonts too. We're not just going to work with the Google font, so we'll look at everything about typography as much as we can throughout the semester. So lots of cool stuff that we could do. If you like typography, if you're really a fan of typography, lots of stuff to work with in here, but we're going to try to be more of a scientist of typography so that you have more of a better understanding, more of a better kind of observing kind of nature of type. And you also know how to design better with typography, which is the whole goal of what we're doing. In documents and resources, bookmarks are websites and videos and things like that. And handouts are usually PDF notes that I'll give you. And they'll usually accompany some kind of hands-on exercise that we do. These are just kind of required handouts that are here. I don't even know if you'll look at these right now. Netiquette statement. I don't know if anybody even looks at that. Finding your way through e-learning. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm showing your way around. So you may not have to look at that, as well as the e-learning tutorial. But if you have any problems with e-learning, which is the LMS that I'm in right now, the MyWarren LMS, check that stuff out. Or send me an email if you have some problem with it. But I can't help you with usernames and passwords. That's something that you might have to send a support ticket to IT or something for that. But there's also information there. Remember, your logging in here is your ID number. Your student ID number is what you log in, not your username like you would in your webmail. So anyway, getting back to this, attendance you don't have to worry about because it's online, but make sure that you do the discussions. Course calendar, don't worry about. Coursework, I'll show you coursework right now. Now, if you go right now, this is the night before the semester starts. There's nothing here, but once the semester starts tomorrow, there'll be stuff in here. What it'll look like, if I go back into instructor view, it'll look like this. And for the first week, it'll be fairly light. You'll have an email confirmation, which means I'm going to send an email out from MyWarren, and you're going to reply to it. And you're going to follow the instructions so that I know I have the right emails and that you're getting them and that we can communicate with each other. Because if we can't do that, we can't do a whole lot. So we try to do that first. There's a student survey, so I know about what access to software you have, what computer you're working on. So if there's any glitches, any problems, I kind of have a head start of where you're at and what you're working on. So I know if you're working on Mac or Windows or what kind of browser you're in, because there's always little things that may go wrong, and that helps a little bit. Plus, I know your background a little bit, and there's also a little bit of pre-test kind of stuff in there. By the way, when you take the survey, you will fail it. So you'll want to send me an angry email saying, it's a survey, why did I fail? Well, I have to go through it and make everything correct because it's just set up that way where it doesn't let everything work as a survey. It works as a quiz, and unless you select every single answer that's available, it won't make it correct. So anyway, you're going to fail it, and I'm going to give you 100% for it. So don't worry about that. Don't send me an angry email that you failed your survey because I will update it. And plus, that forces me to go through it and look at everything more closely. So be glad that you failed it. And your student introduction in your discussion board, I think I mentioned that already. You're going to go in there and do that. And putting a pick in is optional, but it's nice to kind of know who I'm dealing with, who we're emailing with, and other students get to know you a little bit. And you kind of match a face to a name. I think that helps a little bit. Unless you feel uncomfortable doing that, you don't have to do that. And I have some exercises here, font categories, formatting practice in Word. I don't know if everybody has access to Word or if you'll have access to Google Docs or something like that. I want to try to keep things as consistent as possible. Sometimes I'll do an exercise in Word just so you know how to do everything like tabs and line spacing and all that kind of stuff. We don't have to focus strictly on design to do that, so we can do that in Word. And if you have access to Word, we'll do it there. If people have Google Docs, we can do it there. Whatever everybody has. It's a small class, so we'll try to do things as consistent as possible. So I'll wait on these two. I still have to record a video for this one because we used Gravit in the past, and now we're going to use Figma for that. So just hold off on these two things. Get this stuff done first. And maybe I'll throw a reading assignment in there to get you started too, so you start doing some stuff the first week. But within a day or two, I'll have these things set up so we can work on those as well. Because in addition to looking at typography, I'd like to do some hands-on assignments that'll make it a little more interesting as we work throughout our semester. So I think that's all we have for now. Again, we'll start off slow. I still have some more videos to record. Any questions, let me know. Make sure you email me at homa@warren.edu, not just comments. Comments we'll use for certain things, but if you have a question that's urgent, always email me and always indicate what course you're in, because that way it's easier to find you, because I teach 6 different courses and I don't always know by your name what course you're in. So I think that's all you need for your MyWarren course tour. Any technical problems or anything, I can steer you where to go if you have those, but otherwise, looking forward to getting the semester started, and we'll talk to you soon.